Alright guys, this is another F9. Of course you can't mistake that logo. AMTRAK. Now, the part of Georgia I live in never saw AMTRAK on the rails. But I saw it in movies. Saw it in bigger cities. But I never saw one in the area I live in. So needless to say, when I got back into model railroading in the 80s, I wanted a passenger train. So I actually went and bought, and I'll show you a video of that one too, a Southern Pacific, but it wasn't the daylight, but I got a Southern Pacific F7 by Athearn. Well, the hobby shop I went to, they did not have any Southern Pacific passenger cars, but they had a complete set of Athearn or Athearn, however you want to say it, the blue box. AMTRAK, you know, mail car, passenger car, diner car, dome, observation, and dome car and observation car, I think is what it was. I bought all them without having an AMTRAK engine, and for the time being, I was pulling them with my Southern Pacific Athearn engine. Well, I go to the toy store in town, which was KB Toy, and they had just this one AMTRAK engine. And this happened like a month or so later after I built the AMTRAK cars. This is a model power AMTRAK, and I paid it was $10.99 back in probably 82, 83, maybe 84. I may have been driving by then. So I bought this AMTRAK F7, I'm sorry, F9, and I have a full AMTRAK train. Now, this engine, it had its typical gear whine, but the cars were great. Now, all my Athearn cars they're all packed up. I haven't gotten them out. But they were really well made. I put them together, they were fantastic. And the train was phenomenal. This engine, it doesn't have many hours on it, but we'll look at it and so you get the idea of what the condition is of it. Of course you see this side, number 103, AMTRAK. I'm not an AMTRAK fan. I'm assuming the color schemes are exactly right, but who knows? If you know, tell me. Alright, shot of the back. Yeah, it's not as clear as the other engines I've posted videos of because of the black, but no damage, no breaks, no cracks. Nothing wrong with this engine. Alright, I'm going to call it the... My mount on my camera, I'm trying to use it, and it's just wore out. Alright, I'm going to call the curbside. Again, no damage, no breaks, no cracks. Everything is there. It was used, like I said, sparingly. One of the reasons why is because I only had a 4x8 track at the time, and you know when you have a 4x8 train track and just inner and outer oval, I didn't even have switches to align the tracks to run into each other. That's how low budget I was, still am. This train, if put on the inner track, it looked ridiculous because it was so long with the long cars. And put on the outer track, it did better, but again, it had the long cars, so I would take the mail car out, passenger. I forgot what other car was I would take out. Diner car. And just run it with the dome and the observation. And again, they were so long, it just didn't look right. When I had my bigger track at my other house, I loved running this thing. Just listening to those cars just whizzing by on the track, they just made a smooth sound and it looked good. The cars were all the cars, none of them had lights in them. May put them in there when I start back up with this hobby, may not. I'm kind of a purist, and it didn't come with lights. I probably won't do it. Alright, now I love the view from the front here, red and black. Let's face it, I'm Georgia Bulldogs are red and black, Atlanta Falcons are red and black. That's a good looking front end. Now, the ironic thing, growing up close to the train tracks, the only time I ever saw any F-Series unit on these tracks that run through my town was when the Ringling Brothers Circus came through. That was the only time I'd ever seen an F7, F9 series unit run through. And I'm not sure what the Ringling Brothers train engine was at that time, but it was one of the two, I hope. But either way, I've never seen one of these other than the train museums in action, personally. Now, the train museum in Gwinnett, they have a few of them sitting up there, and one of the volunteers there actually took me and let me walk through an A and B unit that was next to be restored. They had a fully restored, I think it was a F9 on display with passenger cars attached. It was something else to see. Again, I don't know why I love these units, these engines so much, but they are just the best looking engine to me. There's nothing that tops it. Alright, there's the box. I didn't put the tray in the box, the tray sitting off to the side, but there's a picture of the box. Purchased from KB Toys for $10.99 back in the 80s. Alright guys, that's it with this one. Have a great day.